Well, we're over here now. I'm gonna tell you why for those who are missing a little bit of context and stuff. Discord. Okay. Yo, good. Yeah, I know, right? So here's the thing. I just got here getting invites already. Whatever. I'll join this thing. I'll say like, only because it's this game. If it was an invite to Xenoverse, I would have wound up my freaking like middle finger or something. So here's what I was gonna do. Yeah, join the pre-made team. Cute and funny. Neither applies to what I'm about to talk about. So I was playing Kakarot. For those who didn't know, I was playing it, discussing the new DLC involving Xenoverse, and after attempting to do side quests and whatnot, the game crashes on me. So I tried to reboot the game, and it's saying, "Oh, I can't load up the save data because it's corrupted." So I'm gonna try to find a way to resolve that. I would play the first Ascendant or Genshin Impact, but those two games also have a small bad history of crashing. Like, and then I had to reinstall it, which is actually what's happening to Genshin right now because it crashed on me earlier. So pretty much, Xenoverse not playing until Thursday. Well, actually, technically Wednesday to try to get the rest of the points from the raid, but I'm not going to stream it. Then we have Genshin, which, like I said, getting crashed, I had to reinstall it. The first Ascendant, I was playing that one earlier, did a couple stuff in it, but I'm gonna have to move to the PS5 that game on June the 11th because that is pretty much when the first Ascendant will pretty much be off PlayStation 4. Let's see here. Do you have any idea how many times Xenoverse 2 crashed on me? For like 25% and 75% was actual gameplay. Like, man, I mean, Xenoverse has crashed on me sometimes as well, and it's ridiculous. Some of the times it crashed on me, I was winning a match. Now, fortunately, I did screenshot the last part of the Kakarot thing, so I'll be able to respond to what I missed to at least in that particular screenshot. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like people looking at it, that comment that you actually posted. There are people who will, for free or for less money, they will actually push out mods and content for Xenoverse that far surpasses the actual game itself. Whether it's through parallel quests, whether it's through like the clothing, custom movesets, which I was actually going to get to before the game crashed, because I was thinking about people when they did custom moves for, like, I forget if it was Naruto or something, but it's something like him. There was like the Devil May Cry characters. There was like there was other like custom martial art movesets as well. And when I think about that, I thought about how Xenoverse could have had it to where you would have custom like an actual custom like moveset, like MK Armageddon, or like Fire Pro Wrestling or any other wrestling game. But that wasn't the case. Okay, so I responded the way I needed to because there's not much there after it crashed on me. I'm also going to probably send like 2-3 screenshots, whatever, on Discord. None of which are like they're not too like important or groundbreaking. They're just random screenshots from Xenoverse that I did earlier. See here, this is why gaming companies are scared of mods and modders. They force them to step out of to set their game up. That's the thing though. It's like I feel like with the amount of support they're getting, they should be stepping the game up regardless. Because if they don't, then the competition will. Like, the thing is, like, if you're not offering anything good, obviously they're gonna move on to something else. It's like a restaurant or something, like a store selling the same old flavors. They're not doing anything to innovate or anything, while other places are lowering costs and providing so much more. Of course you're gonna want to go over there. Okay. And with that, I can go ahead and see what's going on Discord real quick. I think he's right. No, he's not. Okay. He's not right. And I'm going to tell you in what context I'm talking about. This is regarding a poll that I saw last night when I was just I was scrolling through random YouTube videos, and then when I went to the home like the recommended, I was scrolling down, and then there was a poll that said, "Who is the strongest?" It said Super Saiyan Gogeta, you know, like from Z, or Super Saiyan God Goku. Myself and the other 74% said God Goku, because it's the most logical thing. And then this person, in a comment, the first comment I think I saw, said, "Bro, I probably will say that Super Saiyan Gogeta is a UI sign level." If I owned a firearm, I would have kneecapped him for saying that. Let me see here. Did I debate about the Zone Guy's history? I don't know. It might have just been the game itself. It's like while I was doing it, I didn't hear, but like the music was cutting out and some other stuff. I don't know. Like, for example, I did look elsewhere when Pokemon games transitioned to 3D. My younger self seemed them off, and I was right back then. I went from ROM hacks and family games that were far superior. And never looked back ever since. That's the thing, like sometimes developers are a bit out of touch with certain stuff as well. And they'll probably and they'll put in less while delaying the time. Did I miss anything? No, you didn't. Like if anything, we just found our eighth. Never mind. I was going to say found our eighth person, but that's not the case. So I'll find a room myself. Because what had happened was while I was discussing the last comment or two from the last stream, I got invited and joined a team, this thing, try to find a match, and this happened. So you didn't miss anything over the past like 10 minutes, I guess. If it was Dragon Ball Super Gogeta, definitely. If it's Z Gogeta, absolutely not. Did you play Dokkan? No, I haven't played it. I bet these games will last long enough to add Super's manga characters. Yeah, well, just watch. Maybe, we'll see. You're gonna see people like Moro and Granola in there. Me personally, I still feel like the End of Z version of Goku. The End of Z, that's when the DLC should have stopped. I feel like as a free thank you for playing our game, supporting it, that was when Supreme Kai Tai came in. Then they kept on adding Broly, then they added different versions of Goku. I feel like, me personally, they could have saved that for the next game. They could have saved that for Xenoverse 3. Because again, Xenoverse 2 has been around since what, 2016? October 2016? Like, it will, a year and a couple months from now, be a decade old. I've already made the comparison, whereas you would like see your child off to school and whatnot at that particular time. But more will be goaded. I mean, like, in a game like that, probably will. I would actually, again, I did see some of Maga, but I would much like to see what they would like to do with him, in the actual anime itself. Now, I do know that that scene in particular, I don't know if they're gonna go that level of gore. I feel like they might censor it, like how they did, like, what's his name, Goku, when he went UI, and then when he de-transformed, you saw like the screen go like red and black. I feel like when Moro does that move to him, they might do it like that. Or he might not even do the move at all. Like, you even look at like the manga and you see Gohan actually putting in work with him in a power with him fighting Kefla. You see, I think it was Goku Black going Super Saiyan. You saw Vegeta even more disrespectful when he was fighting Zamasu. Just stuff like that. He said year 2076 DLC 47. At this rate, I would not be surprised if they actually have it to where there's DLC 4 to where it's like Ultra Mega Superior Pack 3. And then you'll see some new variant of Goku who's going freaking Ultra Instinct 2 Kaioken or something. Which, by the way, I guarantee you I probably just named off somebody's character idea. Somebody out there is probably running around with that particular character right now. I hope Bandai has crossover characters like Luffy or Naruto. Technically, I think Dragon Ball, the title, actually did do that before. It was with Naruto. I remember Goku had that in Battle of Z. And then Naruto did something like that as well, where they added something Dragon Ball based on one of their games. And they also added Lars in one of their games from Tekken. You said Luffy Stretch Arms would be good for his game? If you're referring to Xenoverse, I wouldn't know. Because it's like, I already have my bad history when it comes to stretchy arms. And yes, I'm thinking about two people. I'm thinking about one. Freaking Buhan, you know, who literally, anytime you saw him on the screen, you thought to yourself, yep, he's going to grab me to death. And there he is, trying to grab you to death over and over and over again, because I would say about a rough 65 to 70% of Buhan players harbor no skill. All they do is grab spam. And they probably main like full power Broly, that's their serious character. And then the other character that I'm thinking about are the Namekians with pre-patch Namek Finger. When all they did was just spam Namek Finger to Namek Finger to Namek Finger, you couldn't get out of it. And after they were done looping that against you, like like when they were running out of key or like one bar left, they would use like Jump Spike or something. Which, be right back. Need to leave my water. All right, take your time. Nothing's happening right now. I'm trying to find matches. I got error coded twice. And again, I'm trying to find matches like this, because even though the team I was going to join earlier is a good team, it takes a little bit to find matches, because, you know, it's 7 out of 8. Some people join in groups, and at the same time, there are people who are Raider who feel a bit discouraged fighting too many Z ranks at once and disconnects from the match. I'd say at least 3 if not 4 raiders yesterday when I was in a team with them. Like 3 or 4 raiders actually left before the match actually got underway. Red Ribbon characters will be the next paid Survivor skin next year. You're talking about like who? You're talking like that one like talking about like Pilaf and whatever like animal that is hanging around Mai and them? Believe me, I wouldn't be shocked. Assuming they actually put in even the smallest amount of effort into doing that because they haven't. The last characters we had
we have nice new items in stock.
Even though I already know who it is, I would rather show you visually as well. The last like characters we had for this game were these 3. This is just Bulma. Nothing new. They advertise the fact that she has charming pose, which is basically an underage person twerking, while as the other person is Launch. All they did was that they just took Launch and then made her blonde. And it's probably going to end in an error again, because for some reason this just has this, like, having bad luck when it comes to this stuff. I don't know what it is. It's like we got this nonsense happening after the network error that happened. Not network error, like after the stream crash for Kakarot, and now I have to get that situation resolved. They have General Blue they can use in General Time. And then Black Ribbon character. Last Breaker stream was so successful they used up all the luck. That does seem logical. That might happen. No, that is probably the case. I found too many matches too quickly, so I gotta suffer by finding matches that are relatively at a snail's pace now. And speaking of breakers, there is still content that needs to be uploaded. I will be working on those. I have at least I think 2 lined up. I mean, I do have other like I also have plenty of content for that game because again, there's also a lot of unused clips as well, which I could either A, use for unused clips videos, or B, I can just pretty much use them like as I'm not doing anything for breakers. And speaking of other videos, I believe it was 2 or 3 days ago, I actually did get the challenge flood done. It just has yet to be posted. So I'll probably do that probably tomorrow or so, before the DLC comes out for Xenoverse. Which is why I have my saves on flash drive as well. Also in online cloud storage. Yeah. Wonder if Android 8 will survive a transfer. Well, I guess time will tell. Hope you got rid of your Broly curse. After that last match, I'm sure he kind of did, unless he's looking for revenge. And Kid Chi-Chi can add it. They can add her too. What's new on it? It's like I want to use this one, but there are so many people I dislike in this game right now to the point where I can't see myself respectfully bowing anybody, so I'm gonna have to switch it. And it's not gonna be to this one. That's that buffoon taunt to me. I'll probably keep it for now, then. Probably not gonna use it. What if they do Chi-Chi like they did Boma? 4 versions of Chi-Chi, but with no new skills. SMH. I don't even know, man. Because, here's the thing. I said this before. I assumed that when a character came out, when they would have new costumes, it would be 100 or 200 TP tokens. And the reason why I price it there is because you look at a character like Boma, she has so many outfits to choose from. She has, of course, the Arabian outfit that you see in this one. You see stuff like the Namek Saga version. You see stuff like the clothes she had where she was carrying kid trunks, like the baby at least. You see like her Super outfit, her GT outfit, her Diamond outfit. Like the outfit she had when she was in the Broly movie, superhero movie. Like she has so many attires. So obviously it shouldn't have it to where so that happens. But again, for someone like Oolong, or for someone like I don't even know. Let me see here. So I finally got all the Z ranks on all parallel quests. Now with my Frieza CAC. Still gotta do others like Story and Mentor ranks. Some are quite ridiculous to pull off. Again, all Z ranks I've only done with one character. That was Ada. I did all Z ranks on extra missions. I've done all Z ranks on the parallel quests. I would say that for the story mode, but not only would I have no proof unless I pretty much screenshot it, but at the same time, it's like some of those are insanely difficult to even get Z rank. Bunny costume boom will cost 2,000 TP when they release it. LOL. Knowing this game, they would probably just do something like that, where I guess skimpier retired Survivor skin characters will cost more, which to me would be very, very silly because it wouldn't add anything other than that. And speaking of that, the only thing we got from that particular set was, of course, the ears. So guys, what do you typically call a Frieza race CAC? Just like Abus or Demon Frost race or Kostian CAC? I always just say Frieza race because I know exactly what I'm talking about. And on top of that, it just says Frieza when you pick them. It doesn't say Frost Demon. Because me personally, when I think of a Frost Demon, I don't think of the Frieza race first. I usually think of Devil May Cry 1 and 4. I don't think of that game. Yeah, I have made a list of requirements for some timeless story Z ranks for future reference. The first one was that insane was the Dodoria vs Vegeta one. Do you think Fu is the main villain in this game's story? But I mentioned that someone is causing all this. I don't know who it would be. They might it might be Fu. You know, like the game is already trying to portray him as this villain right now, as him experimenting on himself, having like a villainous mode for himself, which even when I saw it, I knew that he wouldn't have another preset. He's had aura around him. Either that, or I would have said they would have been doing this to set up Xenoverse 3. But, you know, that ain't coming until another like 60 years, so. It's kind of weird how they call Frieza race. They have an official name, LOL. Again, an official name, I guess, like no, but the thing is like Cell. When he's talking about your Frieza when you fight him, he says that he already has all the information needed for the Frost Demon race. and pretty much says that this would be pretty much pointless. So he does say that. But at the same time, you look at like Earthlings or humans. You look at Saiyans. You look at Tuffles. You look at Namekians, Majins. The only race I think in Dragon Ball right now that doesn't have a specific name, I think, is Jiren's race. Even Frieza's race, I just said earlier, had it could be labeled as the Frost Demon race. I think that guy with the green hair behind you is Few. Green hair behind me. Pre-DLC it was Toa. Yeah, so the tough race would go hard. It would have. There's so many races that they could have chosen. I know some people were talking about God of Destruction race. Of course, they have to be balanced. I feel like for them, they would have a massive strength increase, but they would have to sacrifice a lot of like either health, or they'd have to sacrifice I want to say like speed or something. I don't know. It would have to be balanced. Is he just called Jiren the Grey? Yeah, he's called Jiren the Grey. But anytime that I looked it up or anything and trying to figure out what kind of race Jiren is, they always just say alien. He's of an alien race. But technically Saiyans are also aliens. Because all an alien is a life form that doesn't exist on your planet. See here. Imagine mind-jacking your opponents and making different outcomes depending on who you defeat. Of course, it's too ambiguous how I imagined it. I'm trying to think with the Tuffle. The Tuffles would be a little bit difficult because Baby is... I think the Baby was a little bit different. They might as well add the Kai race in Xenoverse 3. And the other race people thought it were androids. Because remember that people would say that androids would have like unlimited energy. But I wouldn't know how they would incorporate that. Okay. The current producer is the worst producer Xenoverse 2 has had, no debate. When it comes to like the content I've seen over the past 2 DLCs, I can agree with you. Again, when when the Super Videl came out, when the 2 Ultra Villains came out, when Tracksuit 18 and someone else, who else was it? It was one other person, I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, duh. It was Broly. And then the Broly, look at him. He's one of the best looking models in the game. Because again, I already said that the 2 supervillains, which was Vegeta and Goku Black. Then there was the 2 females. That was Videl and 18. And then there was Broly. DBS Videl really should have been another preset for Videl. I feel like that as well. They didn't have to make her an entirely new character. It wasn't necessarily required. It could have been. And another thing, they actually could have made it to where the thing is, they actually could have added it for that one. And the reason why I say that is because you look at someone like Hit. If you look at just base Hit and Hit Awoken, same character, different stances. On top of the Hit Awoken has more combo cancels. They could have did that with Videl in that version of her, like the Super Videl would have access to more combo cancels or something, or just be slightly faster. I don't know. She would have. That would be a quarter, sir. Which, by the way, for those who didn't know what I'm talking about, I jokingly said in the mod, I said, imagine if I had a quarter for every time somebody shot out Flying Nimbus in a match.
You have my thanks.
Because it's like I hear it like every time I start. It's like everybody has it. Take a shot, you trying to say, Nimbus? Well, I'd definitely be dead then. I'm trying to live a long, healthy I'm trying to live a long, healthy life. Not kill myself over breakers.
Please save me. You're my savior.
Good flying Nimbus goaded and broken too. That's the thing. I said before, it's like we look at it before. It was actually balanced. It was 60 seconds. And again, other transformations like that, or, you know, like that, the zip line, like that'd be like 60 seconds, 70 seconds or so. Then they said, let's make this 15 seconds. People said, what the heck? No, that's that. No, some people thought it was the best idea ever, so they can get away from freaking baby. And then they passed it to where it was like 20 seconds. So they actually want this particular thing to be low cooldown, like really low cooldown, and I don't know why. Me personally, if I was working on this game, I would not balance it like that. Because what can baby do against somebody who has flying Nimbus active every 15 to 20 seconds, while at the same time, like they have certain passive skills like Exploration Enthusiast, where they can get their meter back faster after opening up crates and stuff. Baby at level 1 is already exploitable enough. Use shot water, of course. This is stay hydrated. Are you even old enough to take shots? LOL. Yes, I am. I just don't.
That's a new power key. Place it now.
What on earth? Okay, what was that? Okay, can you imagine? Not you, I just couldn't tell. Someone level 3 already, sheesh. Yeah, it's Heisenberg, apparently.
Change.
You about to use key detection for sure.
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
There it is. This is with flying Nimbus, you can get into level 3 in 1 minute. Hmm? Well, that's if you're awake there.
Access the
I
start
guess those shots will come up.
central area. Just a little more to go, then you're done.
Change.
Another map. That's the thing. It's like that happens, but on rare occasions with me getting level 0 for that long. It doesn't happen too often. That was one of those anomaly matches. Who is? You what? Someone was shooting at me just now. Was it you? Oh, you was good. One in the middle. Stop. How many times you gonna invite me? Jesus Christ. I'm in the middle of something. I'm in the middle of something. How many invites that? How many times are you gonna invite me? I'm in the middle of a match. I have eyeballs. I can see the invite clear as day. Yeah, you kind of set yourself up for swinging at me like that. How many invites does that make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 invites in like a minute. I will join when I'm ready. Don't need that many invites. Let me see here. Get it? Yeah, I understand. To be fair though, I didn't travel that far. If we're gonna be honest with the game's merit, I actually know I didn't travel that far. Join this thing then. I never that. Okay, good. So I'm able to join then. I'll just do survive. I'll do Survivor once because I don't feel like facing a pre-made right now because it's very likely I might run into them or something. Find a bunch of Z ranks. You see here. Everybody was like level 2 and 1s. Deadman found Frieza has more civilians than other raiders. You ain't the only one. Like, I asked someone who was so bored they sent like 10 plus invites in a row while I'm getting Z ranks. Like, Dragon Ball games are the ones where I get the most amount of invites to anything. This game in Xenoverse 2. I'm not gonna say Xenoverse 1. I got more messages than invites. About a good 60 to 70% of them was hate mail. I remember the one that comes to mind absolute most when it comes to Xenoverse 1, where this person, I do remember his name, I'm just not saying who. There was a person who said, "You people play cheap, I don't play cheap." Now to give you context, this man is not only a known rage quitter, who's quit on me like 15 times actually. Yes, I was counting. But the person would also have one of those builds where he's a male Saiyan. You know, he gets Super Saiyan and stuff, and he also spam Phantom Fist. He was one of those types of players. He also had You Must Die By My Hand in that game, so after you would lose all your health, you would gain back about a good like 20% of it back or something. But yeah, that was him. Well, that's a good start. It is a decent start though. Can I join? If you're still available, hold on. I'll put the room key up there. You got popular, that's why you got those invites LOL. I mean, I don't know. It's just, I can't blame Jockey. If I find someone who block match, it doesn't sound too thrilling. It's not thrilling at all. I don't understand for the life of me why somebody will literally pay for a game. They'll play as a new character. Like imagine somebody paying $10+ for DLC just to use that character and block match with them. I saw that with freaking what's his name, Belmod, and it made me mad to a couple of levels. Because if you actually use him correctly, he can do massive amounts of damage. But the guy lacked the mental capacity to pull off even a single combo without block mashing in my face. And yes, that was actually a very good metaphor for the character he used, which was an actual clown. Me personally, I actually do feel like nowadays, I actually feel like if you rage quit X amount of times in Xenoverse or something like that, then you should actually unlock like a clown uniform. Either that or you're forced to wear something for a while, rather than just being a red name. See here, if he was popular, then people would be inviting him, but no, it's the same guy I think invited me that many times. Yeah, it's the same dude. He invited me yesterday too. And I joined and I played, I think it was like a couple matches with him. It's like 3-4 matches. You said dunce cap. Like, can you imagine that though? Like, you're just trying to play like Crystal Raid or something. You pick like a random character like Trunks, and then right next to you you'll see this this random Freezer race with a huge dunce cap on him. That's what it would be like. And I still feel like to this day that they're not gonna do it obviously, but I feel like they should have did something with photo mode, like reverting the censorship, or having it to where there is a replay view or something like that, where you can look back at older player matches, rank matches, and endless matches and stuff. And then while it's happening, you can also freeze, fast forward, or rewind the thing, so you can get decent screenshots and stuff of the fight. Because I know sometimes when people make certain videos on people, they don't want to have to use like, I don't know, like a random picture of like Cooler or Goku doing something. Which, believe me, if you look at any videos like that, you're bound to see one of like the same 5 characters. What if they rework Frieza again, add a Black Frieza skill to transform again? I will officially delete this game then, regardless of how good Black Frieza is, because that is an absolute waste of talent and time. Like, that's like saying they're gonna rework the Bulma skin. Like, you'll see like base Arabian Bulma or something like that, and when you buy it again, you'll get another active skill or something. It's gonna be a bike that has two people riding instead of one, and then that'll be the extent of it. 15 extra artwork slots for your creation. Artwork slots for your creation. Yeah. On top of that, I also do feel like they should have had it to where you can view others' screenshots, and you could use screenshots for like custom loading screens. Because I know some people would actually want to see their own character in a loading screen. Yeah, I would definitely make 2 each for my CAC. Except for one where it would be 16. I bet you would buy Black Frieza. Well, you would lose that bet then, because I wouldn't buy him. If they rework, that's where I'm at my limit. And again, me even getting Golden Frieza here was only because I found nothing of value in the shop. Because it's like Vidal's clothes, Vegeto's clothes, Gogeta's clothes. I can like just up and equip those in Xenoverse. On top of that, you look at it, I have 2,297, and then on top of that, because they've added so little to this game nowadays, there's no point in me using TP tokens for stuff. Unless I want to buy quotes, which I'm not even going to be hearing all of them, because for one, some of the characters I don't even use anymore, while at the same time, there's no guarantee you even get to like that particular level. Like some people will buy, let's say, a bunch of quotes for, like, say Goku Black or something. Like, there's no guarantee he's getting level 3 or 4. It's like Frieza. That's his rework. It's just a couple of quotes and golden that basically has you drain health while you're fighting people, unless you're immortal. I can imagine how many people would make quote-unquote new screenshots as artworks with that. I feel like it would have to be where there would be an option where you can choose to view like custom like it would be a checkbox, whereas it would be custom loading screens and like the in-game loading screens. If you and of course if you click neither, it would just be a black screen the entire time when the game's loading. You still have more than enough of Vegeta and Ginyu Force Raiders. I can only imagine playing as the Ginyu Force and Vegeta Raider in Season 8. Here's the thing. When you played as the Vegeta Raider seasons ago in this game, that was annoying for you because of the amount of stuff that the survivors had. They have access to more stuff now, and it's like they're even more annoying than before. And on top of that, they have that Frieza passive. Not just passive, I mean the active skill, where two people can transform at the same time. So if you were someone like Nappa, or you were someone like Vegeta, and you're like you're even near a cave or just trying to get a Dragon Ball, you're probably screwed. And then characters like Frieza are outdated, which is why they had, I guess, Golden Frieza, and I haven't seen him too much. The times that Golden Frieza is there, he's usually targeting me because I guess he sees me as like the biggest threat of the group or something, because sometimes you just kill people as like regular 4th form Frieza, but then he locks onto me, I see Golden pop up. Mira and Toa in their form should be Raiders soon. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm pretty sure I suggested that as well. I said Toa would be level 1, Mira would be level 2. I feel like a transformed Mira will be level 3, and of course Final Form Mira will be level 4. And I feel like for that one, that would be a super transfer match. Because I don't think they really use any Dragon Balls for anything when it comes to Mira and Toa. So you would see like Xeno Trunks in there. You would see Supreme Kaya Time or something. Or even at level 4, you could wind up seeing like the character Ace in there. You know, like the original like hero of the universe. You know, the guy with like the yellow shirt and like the red cape and stuff. Him. I guess we would have black screen the entire time. And you know, Xenoverse 2 DLC 3 Quest 2 Soul, and now Welcome Super Saiyan 4. Again, people were literally speculating, myself included, that Super Saiyan 4 was going to be in the game as a transformation for CACs since Diamond Goku came out, but they just said we're not going to do that. We're going to have it to where both characters, both Vegeta and Goku, have combos that are borrowed from literally everybody else. Like for me personally, when I looked at them, it felt like looking at Hanoka from Dead or Alive 5 and 6, where she has no original moves of her own. All of her moves are borrowed from other characters. That's what they were doing, because when I looked at Vegeta, he was doing the same kicks I think that Vegeta was doing. Daima Goku, he was doing the uppercut like Black Kamehameha, and he also had that kick that Broly had when you do all 5 triangles. Let's see here. And Dragon Ball superhero characters we should also be rated as well. Dragon Ball Super. Wait, some of those superhero. We already had those though, right? The breaker too long now with matchmaking. Mothers are envy makes they feel quick at their boots. Yeah, I guess. Let's see. I remember Dragon Ball Heroes. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I know what you mean. Yep, I picked Ace as my Xenoverse 1 hero. We finally mentioned. Speaking of copying others, here comes Perfect Cell. That is correct. And if I were to take a guess, I'm pretty sure Cell is going to be the next rework character. I've discussed this plenty already. They might rework it to where, I'm trying to think because...
Now, just one last question.
Okay, you know what? Shoot. What's your question?
Would you care to take part in a little warm-up?
Alright, that's the question. Alright. Okay. There's something I was discussing just now.
Can you hear me? It's Trunks. I've set a super
You know, so,
time
I'm also
machine that will
still
destroy your
waiting
supplies.
on
Here's how
who
to
was it?
launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
Freaking brain's going blank on me right now. Oh yeah, it was rework Cell. That's what it was. Well, I thought that it was going to be like semi-perfect, do a big bang crash to blow up an area, and then adding one new thing for Perfect Cell. They probably called it a day then. Nobody shot at Nimbus, not yet anyway.
Thank you very much.
And Mass Burger, love the same form.
Found a power key.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what, yeah, I think you reminded me. That's what I was gonna say. It was gonna be that level 1 and 2 were unscripted, because you would have Toa and you would have Master Bardock, and the people who aren't there to support Mira, you know, like Toa wouldn't be able to like use Energy Zone to heal him for a little bit, or Bardock wouldn't do anything to like buff him or like support him. You know, I can't even speak now. Like they would send Bardock or something. And speaking of the masked Bardock, you know where I'm going with this involving Xenoverse. Is there a reason why we don't have his mask yet in that game? People have it's in the game. It's in the game and we don't have it. Like his mask and his Timebreaker uniform. Because I already told you before, I said that if there was a color customizable Timebreaker Saiyan uniform,
I'm in trouble.
I would be using that for Lauren and her and her canonical current outfit.
That was a close one.
Oh, there you are. Perfect timing.
Now, she herself is not a time breaker, but it's like the outfit itself is cool, which is why I kind of wanted it.
Know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
But yeah, that's the thing. His outfit is in this game. Goku Black's outfit is also in this game. And on top of that, don't bring it towards me.
I'm close.
And on top of that, like it looks slimmer too, as both the Transfear and the what the freaking an ice block.
Bad. Somebody's down. Exercising
If Timebreaker Bar's outfit was available, you could make Xena Vegeta CAC. That is true, though I wouldn't make Vegeta per se. I just put in my own character, like Lauren. He's probably gonna blow this area up as soon as I find his key. Before I do that, I'm gonna get the civilian first.
Get out here right now!
Could they add Super Broly,
There.
Super Broly Bardock in this game?
Great. You know what to do with that key. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. Ally down. If you intend to rescue
Oh,
them,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You mean his outfit in that, into this game? Okay. He really is near, isn't he? I'm probably dead, but you know.
Okay, stay calm.
I guess this guy's gonna be hanging out here for a while. Of course.
that's a new power key.
He's probably gonna use the he's probably gonna use a volley and not even bother going in.
Okay, stay calm. Wait, what? After it!
I'm not mad at it. I say, like, I kind of saw that coming. What you doing? And that is Mortal Champion. Oh, now you're gonna blow this area up. Hold on.
Time to move.
I'm trying to.
The startup system for the
Here.
super time machine is ready. Head there now.
You okay?
You can,
The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you want to get closer. The startup system is under attack. Stop it if you can, but retreat if you need to. Got it?
so he's Mortal Champion. Nah, it's a waste of passive. And besides, I'm not gonna use something like that, which is something I heavily criticize. And here he goes. Is he really going over here to try to find me again? I know he is.
An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them.
Oh, no, he made it very apparent that he is. That much is for certain. I'm gonna go all the way up here just so everybody get blown up too.
Look at you. I must say I'm rather
Okay, stay
impressed.
calm.
I
That's him
wasn't
right there.
expecting to have this much fun.
I'm probably gonna be dead doing this.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
I'm willing to admit your power was indeed impressive. It may possibly have surpassed my own.
Let's do it. Or whatever.
down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
If you're going to act so utterly stupid, then you need to be punished accordingly.
Well then, thank you.
I'm close. Gallic gun!
Somebody's down!
I'm close. Ah!
Is Dragon Ball here?
Ally down!
Great.
Intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies. Use Tunnel 7 Dragon Ball. Summon Shinron at the altar.
Well, that does far more damage than I thought it would.
The startup system's destroyed. The escape time machine's almost prepped. You need to head for the beacon that's indicated by a blue light.
Come through, Shenron.
I picked up no souls. It's going to end a little quicker than. This is going to end a little quicker than I would like it to, in the worst possible way.
Ah!
I'm willing to admit your power was indeed impressive. Possibly have surpassed my own. Behold!
Okay. Shoot. Where is it? Yeah, forget it. I know I'm going over there. There's not much I can do right now.
Well. This is quite fun. It must be my lucky day.
I've sent the escape time machine. Use it to get out of there.
If I was actually collectively picking up the souls, like that would have like he would have much less health, and I'd still be fighting him right now. They should add a passive called Thief. We could still, you know what? That's all from Raiders when you melee them. Me, when I said Thief, when I said that a while back, I said there should be a Thief passive to take the Dragon Balls from Dragon Ball Hog Survivors. Because there are people like that will just kind of hold the Dragon Balls the entire time and like do nothing other than just be a jerk with it the entire time. Because go Judah, he got this. At least you'll rank up from this. You gotta run all 16. If you're for an all Android 16, no, man. If we can remove your moderation from this channel, we can try that again. You know I hate 16 in this game. Yeah, on pickpocket, that's what it's called. That's what's called. Used to cool down 180 seconds because why not? Well, they don't know how to balance the game, so I doubt it'd be 180 seconds. Let's see. The next thing I know is going to be. Okay. Let's see what I missed here. Running off Videl / Shaylin was already bad enough, which I did at some point. Using Videl Survivor back in season 2 or 3. Yeah, you used it back when the game was semi-balanced. Something happened along the way around season 5. Stuff started going all out of whack. Run all Rathbroly. Freaking, I will do that when they put Rathbroly in Xenoverse. Be back in a few, I can't play it. Okay. I still didn't forget about that one match where Super Boo backed away from Great Silver and Span Key Blast. Look, again, I'm trying to imagine an episode of Dragon Ball where Super Boo actually is showing signs of fear against Videl. Let alone the Great Sailor variant. And you have to correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Videl's power level went that much higher in comparison. Did you? Is that the? Hold on. You weren't actually trying to create Sans from Undertale done very right, were you? Because that is haunting. It would be one thing if you try to create Sans in Soul Calibur where you have a lot more options. Don't do that here. He's around Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. He ain't even freaking here. I can't even run Super Saiyan 1 Gotenks in this game. Again, remember, we're at a point in Breakers right now where Cell Max is playable, but not Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. At this point, you're asking me to run a bunch of people that don't even freaking exist. That's like saying all 3 Vados or something. All 3 Jiren. You know he ain't here. That's like so That's like pick it like that's like telling me to pick Survivor Skin Zeno.
A super transfer is headed your way. Take it now.
Where is this thing? Oh, it's way over there.
You found a power key.
No, homie, you right, Goku. I can come close with the other Goku, but that ain't gonna work. Look. You're laughing. There's so going on the back. I'm sorry. And hold on, I'm like, let me transform like this while looking at the comments. Here we go, boy. I think they're gonna add Videl super for the kid's skill from Xenoverse 2. Videl's power level should be 30 to minimum at the bare minimum. 30 to 50 what, like K, I think? Let's see what you... No higher than 150. Run all towel. Man, you run all towel first. I'll consider it afterwards. Again, again, most of the comments I'm looking at aren't even... I'm not even looking at the right side of my screen. What happened?
Know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
I was reading comments for no more than like 45... I was reading comments for no more than 30 seconds and this man's dead.
Great. You know what to do with that key.
This man should have taken that time at level 2 to kind of like search around a little bit. Since he has the, like the better option of flight. You're already poor, so you can already fly, but now you're doing it faster. The very second I get out of the bat. Okay, here we go. Went on General Blue. Well, as I'm getting closer to him, the heartbeat's getting faster, so I feel like he's camping his body. Off me.
That's a new power key. Place it now.
Change!
I guess he might be nowhere near that explosion. Either that or he just got bored of me or something. I don't know. Broly the Camper Zero, I can see it all now. That's the basis of every Broly player. Honestly, like Broly and Baby.
Watch out for enemies.
I say Gamma, but it's very easy to insult him in this game. I think I ran out of insults for him. Like he's, at least in my personal opinion, I know other people might like him, but to me personally, I think he's trash in this game. Like the one meme where it says, like what comment has you, like the one picture with Patrick Star, I think, when he was at that little stadium or whatever, with the, kind of like cuffed to like the floor. That's my opinion. The fact that person, that people run with him so much, they had to nerf his flight speed when he's holding power keys because he runs away so much. The Gamers had the defense of paper mache. Like they got the defense of John Moxley in every AEW match, always bleeding all over the place. There hasn't been a mad shit I've seen him in where he isn't bleeding.
You found another power key. Use it quick.
I did not. The Glass Joe Dragon Ball. Yes. He is Glass Joe.
Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help.
He is most definitely freaking Glass Joe. Can you run all head tight, cat? Man, get out of here with that. You know for a fact I hate looking at that every single time I'm on freaking YouTube.
You know what to do with that.
And every single video, be it from a day ago to 5 years ago, that person would just pop up asking me for stuff like that. So hey, create that. Like, why on earth would I create that kind of character? Because to do that would mean I would actually have to watch that. And when about like anything that does happen, I can already feel myself deteriorating in brain cell count.
Here goes!
Well then, close.
He said boundaries. I didn't even respond because he's asking for stuff like, what was it? It was like a bunch of stuff. It was like some characters I already created like some time ago, and some stuff would be like Bible Black and stuff, and a bunch of other nonsensical stuff. I'll back him up.
I'm close.
The startup system for the super time machine is ready. Head there now.
Just wait till we. Now again, I've only, I think, done, I would say, of his creation, of course, probably like 2 of them, if not like 3.
An ally needs your help.
Change!
That's because some of them were more manageable and, I guess, YouTube friendly than the other existing characters that he asked me for.
The startup system is under attack. Stop it if you can, but retreat if you need to. Got it? Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Oh, thanks, game. I just realized it gave me a power key radar after the fact. This is literally every time. And I actually can punch him right now, but that's actually a death sentence, so I'm gonna wait a little bit. And you get a cooldown drink first.
Tread carefully if you want to get closer.
That's not a cooldown drink, that's a rocket. What that?
I'll send some supplies to help.
It's a scouter.
Use them.
There's one. Wait, like, does one die over here? That is what? Oh, that's so. Hold on. Don't be stupid, just wait.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them. I've sent a new super transmitter. Sorry, that'll have to do for now. The startup system's destroyed. The escape time machine's almost prepped. You need to head for the beacon that's indicated by a blue light. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. I've sent the escape time machine. Use it to get out of there. The escape time machine is back. Whenever you have a beacon, you can call it again. I've sent the escape time machine. Use it to get out of there. The escape time machine is back. Whenever you have a beacon, you can call it again.
What now? That was a close one.
Wait, did he already send a. He did, it's way over there though.
Change!
I believe it.
I've set the escape time machine. Use it to get out of there.
I was gonna try to fight him, but there ain't no point. Let me see here. I'm gonna scroll all the way up because I know there's plenty of stuff I missed because you just saying run all a bunch of nonsense characters. That's nice. I ranked down by 1. I got 3 goals and ranked down by 1. That's nice. I've gotten worse medals before, by the way. It didn't happen. Well, let's see here. Run on Magenta. Nope. He can hate that character. He gets washed by any of my characters I've ever created. Run all down Survivor. I would just use fake death and just sit there the entire time. Let's see here. Great Sale Woman outfit avatars more accurate to this game than Xenoverse 2. That one I already talked about for a little bit. Can you run all Goku? Nope. Just my brain cells commit Sudoku when I see those beers close CACs. Well, they all fight the same too, and sometimes they'll run like a bunch of Kamehamehas at the same time. It don't make no sense. Could you run on Envy Transfer? Mr. Strimmer. I know what you're doing with this stuff. I can imagine. You want to fight me either? Yeah, well, that's because nobody wants to. But I'm trying to think of like, what would he do? He could do it to the final standoff. Well, lucky I was. Take down 3 golds and 2 silvers. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I've had, I think it was like a platinum, like 3 bronze, like a silver. I've had like a gold. I've had like 2 golds and like 3 bronzes and didn't rank up or down any. And like I said before, it doesn't make sense. Like the grading system in this particular game is like all out of whack, and it should not exist. Or in fact, no. Let me rephrase that. If they want to have rank in this game, have it to where it's a non-requirement. That you don't need to do that. Like just have it to where you can choose whether you want to put rank on the line, and when you do that and win matches, you can get more rewards. You can get extra points. You can get extra zenny because more is on the line. Just do it like that. Instead of saying, "Oh, it's forced that you have to play in the ranked, and you're gonna be paired with a bunch of C's and B ranks versus this Z5 ranked like Goku Black who's just level 2 stratting the entire time, spamming emotes, so like he's doing something good." Let me see here. Moveset times 10. Kamehameha, burst Kamehameha. Oh, ultimate charge is Super Kamehameha. There are people who will run. If I'm gonna try to do it in their view as well. They would have like Kamehameha times 10 Kamehameha and Kaioken Kamehameha, maximum charge, Super Kamehameha. What else would they have? Emperor's Death Beam, just to be different, quote unquote, and Super Explosive Wave, and then they'll have either Beast Form or Ultra Instinct. You said someone could just breathing on us saying would knock him out. I guess I'm putting on TN Super Soul though. Can you imagine if somebody actually did put on that Super Soul fight somebody like that? Because the thing is, it's like before you go into a match, like you actually you can look at their moveset. So you could literally, before going in there, assuming that they still pick that character in a different preset, that you would run the hot Super Soul. That doesn't even make sense, Moss. That last one. The other ones were in the realm of an alternate possibility at the event they put them in there, but that one is just all over the place. Run all, I'm activating Cell Match. That was a suggestion from what's his name, Bob earlier when he said Magenta. Would you be mad if they reworked the Ginyu Force with the resurrection of F version? I'm surprised they didn't just buff them in general. Like, cause needless to say, they're amongst the low tier raiders in this game. That's why you don't see them like that. And the times you do see them, by the good 90% of the time, they're getting the behinds whooped. Run all baby oil? Heck no.
Can you hear me? It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys.
Oh, Android 16. Man, look, I told you, freaking like that one would actually annoy me. At the event I did do something like that, it would be a breaker stream that would be a challenge stream, pretty much. Like people challenging me to run certain builds while I'm fighting. I'm not going to go out my way to try to lose that particular match. I'm actually going to try my best to win it, obviously. But if I do something like that, it would have to be in a non-ranked setting. Because I refuse to lose my rank in this game by running an all-16 build. That 16 player ruined it for everybody. He said, come on, man. Magenta with power level 7 dude, universally powerful. Freaking Bulma has a higher power level than he does.
I'm in trouble. I should be safe now, right?
Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
Oh no.
That's a new power key. Place it now.
You really want to save me?
Freaking Bulma practically chokes hands on 2 tables. I'm about to say, like, I looked at everybody's power levels and it's like that's what's set for hers. I could always give another look. Run all Wrath. Duplicate comment. Duplicated comment. Imagine. No, it's not so much duplicated comments because I'm looking at like my phone, so. See here. Or Golden Scouter. I could have sworn I talked about that before. It would just be it would just have a zoom in feature. Either that or you can walk around while you're using the scouter. Would Dragon Ball Divine be broken to reduce the cooldown to 30 seconds? Well, of course it would. You would have no need for the radar then. Like zero need. Now, however, the only way that you could say that it will be balanced is if you're fighting Broly, because there are no Dragon Balls. It's Super Transfers.
Welcome. Thank you. Close.
What else is there, miss? That all-16 comment is duplicated. Now imagine if Golden Scouter could detect Dragon Balls. What kind of nonsense? Okay, if that happened, people wouldn't be running Dragon Ball Diviner anymore. Like it would be a dead concept. Or like right then and there.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
That's like if they put in Kai Kai in the game that had a smaller cooldown than instant transmission. And it's just instant. Nobody would run instant transmission anymore. It would just be to a random ally.
Access the startup system from the central area. Just a little more to go, then you're done.
Okay, stay calm.
He got last. He started targeting me. No finding. Wanna fight? I tried to press up and messed up for half a second. Why is he? Why are you wasting time finishing me? All you had to do was literally get hit like 4 times. You would have went level 3, and then you could have did that. Well, thank you for marking my cooldown, Drake. Now, can you please come up here?
I'll send some supplies to help.
I'm gonna come back up there.
Do it.
We're here. Hey, oh, freaking God. Dude, I'm playing dead for a reason. No one talking to me. Oh, never mind. He's dead anyway. I was gonna get back up as soon as I got the changes from over there, but I guess they dealt with them accordingly. So, with him saying that he intends to rid the universe of every last one of us, Server says that was a lie. Which is why I don't run my mouth in the start screen. Let me see here. If he could go gold in his second form, he would just for every. If he can go gold in his first form, he would. That's just the kind of individual that Frieza is in this game. And believe me, I do see that coming, Miles. It's just a long read. So please run all the Zamasu. Anyway, I have to go look on your Raider endeavors to carry on. I'll see you later. Again, at the event I do play as Raider, it'll be like one time. I've seen the matches today. What's going on for Raider? It's not looking too good. Oh, look, here goes the gammas. Alright. Hmm. Oh. Okay. You're not fusing with her, Hercule. Leave her alone. Let me see here. If they asked the Prinkai time, do you think they would give her a Godo break strike? You're talking about, wait, what do you mean? Like as a survivor, like transfer or skin? Because I know sometimes people will come up with certain active skills, or they'll just have certain supers with her.
It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine.
Because I feel like her
Find the power keys.
her triangle
Place
button
them in the right spots.
would, what want to say? Her triangle button would like not a triangle.
Found a power key.
Her key
Who's
blast.
on it?
I apologize. There was something else. Like her key blast would probably be the time space Jesus Christ, time space impact balls. As an active skill from a transfer. Hmm. I I feel like
That's a new power key. Place it now.
I feel like it would probably be yeah, I think I was talking about the Godo Break Strike. I think it's talking about Chaos Wall.
Welcome.
So it'll be like a shield that goes forward and pretty much avoids certain key blasts. Give me 2 seconds.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Nothing personal. I'm just following my orders.
Okay. Let's not shoot. Hmm. Oh, you're over there. Okay.
Hey, great. You found another power key. Use it quick.
I'm not focused on the Dragon Ball right now. I'm more so focused on picking this guy up, which I think this guy has covered. Okay, cool. He has it covered.
There is no indication that this individual was selling drugs. He was arrested for having a small
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
There was one. We're currently looking for her.
They may as well should add the whole Ginyu Force. Is he camping his body?
Okay, stay calm.
No, come on in and fight. Come. Make sure to do a hit.
Give it up, Moray.
I tried to get a civilian, but he got in the way. I don't know where it is, but like when I'm in a cave, like this, like Ray was not trying to give it the time of day, like at all. Nobody even has change right now. It's for like 2 people. The power released. I do. I tried to use it, but like when I did hit him, it didn't work. He's probably gonna go near my body, or whatever, just to make sure that I don't get back up. That's why he's not leaving. Come on, go. Like I said, he literally kept my body because he's afraid I'm going to get back up and whoop his behind. I say like he spent the time trying to stay away from me or anything. Like afterwards I got shot. I pretty much like played his game. All right. I will try to go for Raider this time around. See how it works out. I get the feeling it's gonna be an all Z rank match though. Okay. Did you buy Golden Frieza? I had extra TP tokens, and with it, I got Golden Frieza. But I would not recommend, if you had like no TP, whatever. I would not recommend going to the store and purchasing it for him specific. Again, if you have extra and think that it's worth it, or you want to regrind them, then by all means use it. But buying Golden Frieza, I would more so say for some of the people buying the one thing where you get 20 levels to start trying to play as Golden Frieza, that I do not recommend buying. I did not do that, just so we're clear on that. I tried him in practice, and he has not seen a match outside of that. I have done no matches with him, and it's going to stay that way for a while. I bought them, but I always have the TP tokens to buy Raiders for free. Yeah, again, right now I'm the kind of the same way where I have nearly 2.4K. So technically, if each reworked Raider was 300 TP tokens, and they said another like 2 more, 3 more, I would have enough. And I would also have enough to buy the next raider that actually comes along that's new. And knowing this game, because of the lack of care, I guess, they wouldn't add a new map. Which was literally what they said, like as an excuse, saying, "Oh, we're not going to add a new map for every season." And I thought that it would be like every other season, like, you know, like one season wouldn't have it, the next season would. One season wouldn't have it, the next season would. I thought it was going to be like that in terms of maps. They just said strictly after the Dark Future map, we're not going to add anything else. Because in seasons 6, 7, and 8, we had no new maps. We're not even getting survivor skins in this particular thing. See here. We do need a new map about Non's game, but yeah, we do. And it's like they have plenty of places in the superhero movie where they could do something for Cellmax and the Gammas. They have a lot of places in GT where Baby fought Goten, where he fought Gohan, where he fought Vegeta, where he fought Super Saiyan 4 Goku, where he fought Maju. Like, there was like a couple places that they could have used for him. And then I'm missing one. Wait, no, I'm not. Just freaking Golden Freezer. That one I don't care. If it was gonna be, here's the thing. Now I think about it, if it was gonna be a reworked Raider, then they have no need to make a new map. I understand that one. But if it's like a full-on like new Raider with like a full like 2-3 minute trailer, then by all means add a new map. Oh. You know what? I thought that was a duplicated comment. I thought it was one that I didn't read. Now that I do see it, I wish I unread this one. Like, why on earth would that... Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Let me just quick. Okay, but I am going to leave it at that with that particular idea. I will not entertain that with any further. I will not talk about it. I will not say any sort of idea they could have, because that requires some effort and thought into something. And the last thing I want is to put more thought into a Raider that would never exist in this game, versus like the Breakers and like their thought process when it comes to Raiders and their overall thing. Who is worse, the Super Itachi or Diddy, Steven Seagal, and Low Tier God combined? First off, there are still stuff going on about Diddy. So I can't even tell you if but you said Steven Seagal, who is just an habitual liar, it just gets timelines mixed up like Hulk Hogan. We got a low tier god who what was he like? Was he like dating like somebody like that was like a minor at one point? And also for some reason refuses to see or speak of his 10-year-old daughter. Here's the thing. If I had a son or if I had a daughter, I would want to be with my son or daughter every second. I'm not going to be like him or whatever. Who would much rather have a bunch of like faceless like glazers or whatever who support his projectile spam in every game he's in because he lacks any real skill in any fighting game he plays. Like literally every game I've seen him in, with the exception of Soul Calibur, because he picks Siegfried, and even then he makes him look like a freaking jerk. He just spams projectiles and everything. Freaking Mortal Kombat X, freaking RoboCop, Mortal Kombat 9. I don't even know who he would pick in that game, if I'm gonna be honest. Probably be Kenshi or something. Mortal Kombat Mortal Kombat X was who was it? Never forget, that's too much thought. But who's worse? Let's see. I'm trying to think though, because we have those, and then we have the Super Itachi, who is just some delusional person who believes he's the absolute like pinnacle of perfection when it comes to any sort of anime-based fighting game, or Overwatch as Widowmaker, which nobody cares about, by the way. And the only reason why you remember that is because I was in his bio at one point. Probably still is in his bio. Where this guy will literally make, like, his characters, or his character, do stuff, I guess, with other people's CACs. And the only reason why I knew about that one was because somebody told me about it good, like, a couple years ago. And I wish I hadn't heard that one. But if I'm gonna say either one of the two, probably the second option, the Diddy Seagal and low tier god, because freaking now I'm looking at Steven Seagal and that really reminds me of some person, because this guy's so hard to work with. I'm pretty sure I saw a stunt double walking up steps for him. Well, if you don't walk up them steps. Here's the thing. If I was in this position as an actor, I would like whatever role I'm part of, whatever thing, I would do everything to the best of my ability, because I am being granted an opportunity that other people would like love to have. I'm not gonna have it like squandered or like just wasted doing stuff like that. If I says it correctly, there was a whole like YouTube channel that would literally like pretty much talk bad about every movie that he's in. I think it was like it was like Space Ice or something is his name. Hold on, like let me see. Let me go and confirm it real quick, just to be 100% sure. Yeah, that's him. Oh look, speaking of, there's a video on him freaking from 3 weeks ago. I guess I'll be watching that one later then. How much time do I have? Outside of talking about these scumbags. Okay. 162. Okay. Yo, give me a second. Okay, let me see what I missed. I apologize for that. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna charge my phone. Okay. Again, like I said, I have no plans on streaming tomorrow. At the event I do that tomorrow, it'll just be to upload like 2-3 videos. One of which being the Broly fight that happened. I think it was yesterday, if not 2 days ago. And then the other one will probably be the channel trailer that I neglected to do for the better part of like 4 or 5 months. Because again, it should have been uploaded way back when, but just I don't know whether or not it was just like outdated footage or it was just like just didn't have the drive or need to like upload stuff like that. So I just let the days pass by pretty much. Do you still play Xenoverse? Yeah, I do. Not heavily. And on top of that, I would have to have a reason for it now. And now there is a reason, which would be in 2 days, which would be the DLC. Because before, I would just, randomly go to there and see what's going on for a little bit. And usually, I'll go to a parallel quest or so, get a couple stuff. I'll do a player match and fight some freaking, like, brain-dead Goku player or Belmont block mashing or some, if you haven't already seen it, this one invisible giant Namekian mod that I watched 3 times in the same match. Because the dude was trying to spam one thing the entire time. The guy was predictable, so obviously I was able to beat him. And the only reason why, and the only reason why that his team won was because he had some other person in that particular team who also mods. Now I don't think he used actual mods, but he pretty much had like Super Guard and like Back to Zamasu or something like that. He was sweating in that regard. But to answer your question, before I go off the rails, yes, I do play Xenoverse. And like I said before, to its core, same thing with this game. I like playing both games. If I didn't, I would be playing this right now. But as the games progressed, the quality of the content that came out later didn't live up to the standard of the consumer base, I believe. And unfortunately, that's the case for a lot of games nowadays, where they'll think that they can get away with just about anything. Like, me and my brother discuss it sometimes too when it comes to Mortal Kombat with like the overpricing of like the extended story, and then them taking a long period of time to release like one character. The publisher being stingy and greedy. And again, if I was being paid like they were for all doing stuff, I would do everything in my power to create the best possible product for the consumers. Because I would want it to be like a long-lasting game. On top of that, like me personally, if I do stuff, if I made a game, it wouldn't be super expensive or anything. gonna be right back again. Give me like 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Let's see here. Will you finish Kakarot next time? Assuming I can get the game back up and I'm actually able to start up a loaded file, because for some reason one of them is corrupt, which is apparently the autosave one. If I do decide to, here's the thing. If I go to another save file and it actually does work, I'll try to get to where I originally was, or just off stream, and then after I collect everything, I'll continue. But there is a lot of side quests in that game that aren't short, so I'm gonna try my best getting what I can done. But if I do decide to play Kakarot again, it'll be later, like a later date. Because again, like as I said before, I do want to try to get the stuff for Xenoverse, and I want to try to get more stuff done in the game Nier. But yeah, Kakarot I'll try to play as well, because again, like I already told you, like I've already completed the game, like the main game. It's just a lot of side stories I need to be cleaning up. Which, speaking of, that reminds me, I need to delete one of the streams because I didn't get to do anything on it. It was about a good like 30-40 seconds or something of me trying to log in, which is precisely why I'm here. 'Cause if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be on this right now. So I just decided to continue streaming in this game because of the topic of the Xenoverse 2 DLC. That I am hoping is not overpriced. Because while I was thinking about it, I was also thinking about the pricing of games like Tekken and stuff and how they're going off the rails. This is taking a while trying to find two people. That was it. Okay. Why does this take us so long? Regardless, this way I might only do like one more. Regardless of whether or not Survivor or Raider. Imagine like people having to sit through like this super long wait while I'm doing this. Oh.
Welcome.
Again, I'm just looking at these, and it's like this clothes, this, and there was one other set of clothing. I think like some friends had that they didn't have to use TP tokens for, and then they went to switch up the prices. I've already said it before, but for those who didn't hear me, I did say it. I still feel like to this day that when it comes to certain clothes, you should be able to spend either Zenny or TP tokens trying to get stuff. Like even when you look at a game like Xenoverse, you have the option of purchasing like certain clothes with either TP medals or Zenny. Why they want you to why kind of lock this, I have no clue. And on top of that, getting TP tokens in this game is not necessarily easy. Like, hold on. Like, give me a second. So if I were to buy just these three separately, that would be 1,650. So I would have to spend at least what, like $15, $16, $17 just for like 3 accessories. That's why I said it should have been a converter at least. If we would actually like what do I want to say, like convert Zenny to TP or something like TP to like wishes and stuff. Here we go. I pretty much used the shop while waiting. Well, if I were the Raider, I'd be mad right now. Unless I'm Z-rank as the Raider. This person name was #1 poor hater. Are you poor? You're like yourself? I know those people try to joke around and say that I was saying you see them as that character.
I've heard enough out of that mouth of yours. You can't shut it, then I will.
I knew it. I knew his name was going to be #1 poor hater, and yet he was going to pick poor. I knew he was going to do that.
What are you doing? Is this another of your pathetic attacks?
The guy's just clapping. Calm down, son. This man's wearing gold, blue, black, white, red, and orange.
Can you hear me?
And he's dead now.
I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
Hmm. In my experience, Kakarot is so satisfying when you beat the side missions with high difficulty.
You found a power key. Go slot it.
So, even though I haven't played all the side missions yet, obviously, which one right now that you've played would you consider to be the hardest side mission? I know you said that some of them are a bit difficult, but which one would you consider your biggest challenge that you've had so far?
Is anyone out there? What is this?
So, that sound he was flying, I thought that was like Zarba and Doria flying towards me.
I'm grateful.
And I apologize when I saved you, man, but you're literally 400 meters away, and Jesus, like, we can save them for the rest of us, man. Need some change. It's like you already had level 2. You want to beat Frieza? We gotta do this together. Wait, hold on. I dropped a Dragon Ball. I was wondering why you didn't have 2. And I dropped the Dragon Ball for his benefit. The Horde battle had difficulty in the maximum battles in story mode. Okay. Do you have fighters? Yes, I do. I just haven't played in a while though, because when I usually pop in that game, I'm usually doing it for the like the raids and stuff. You know, where you and 2 other people get to fight like the bosses.
Welcome.
I don't have enough Zenny for it.
Okay, stay calm.
You good at it? It's about fighters? I mean, I can't say 100% since I don't really fight competitively. I usually play co-op. So I wouldn't be able to gauge how good I am in comparison to other people. Some rumors are gone.
You found another power key. Use it quick.
Is there gonna be a? Is there gonna be like a power key radar in here or something? Oh, never mind. I assume so, because every time that we find all the Dragon Balls or the power keys, that's when I find its radar.
Access the startup from the central area. Just a little more to go, then you're done.
Yeah, so close to the ground.
An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Let's see here. You can Chance of Massacre is free. Like, do you like that game? I don't think that was hot. I was like I've never played that game before. I might look up a little bit of gameplay stuff if I'm interested in it or something. But I've never considered that game before, so that's a duplicate comment. So yeah, there we go. There's that power key there. I was waiting on it. I was like, I knew I would see it after I could find the thing. You say that Dave is gonna think you are a dead civilian? Yeah, that's what I do sometimes. I just sit there and pretend to be dead. Like, I fooled a number of people doing that.
You've got all 7 Dragon Balls. Summon Shinron at the altar. The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully.
Is anybody gonna like hit him?
The startup system is under attack. Stop it if you can, but retreat if you need to. Got it? The startup system's
Like,
destroyed.
why is no one doing anything? Two people could have transformed and stole him.
It's indicated by a blue light.
Consider it done.
Literally nobody went. 2 people had level 2.
I've sent the escape time machine. Use it to get out of there. The escape time machine is back. Whenever you have a beacon, you can call it again.
Oh, now you guys feel I need to fight him.
Okay, stay calm.
Welcome back, Tyler. So here is what you missed. So we found this match. 2 people could have stopped Frieza from destroying the STM. No one moved a muscle. I shot him 4 times with 4 separate missiles, and that was the only time anybody did any sort of damage to him when it happened.
The escape time machine. Use it to get out of there.
And now I'm gonna sit here dead because I was the only person doing any sort of thing. Because I was the only person who tried to stop him from doing it.
Call it again. I've sent the escape.
I got attacked under levels, and then I pretty much went all over there to give the guy the Dragon Balls. Did you just run out of DC and punched him and get KO'd? I ran out of it, and then the guy used he used Break Strike after that. It's like, do I even want to be Raider? I say, like, is it even worth it? Because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna fight that exact same team, and all of a sudden everybody's gonna be coordinated. Let's see here. And again, I'm not buying the Diamond DLC pack for Xenoverse 2. I already made up my mind, I'm not gonna have this sheep mentality. I understand where you're coming from. Me, I already have some PSN money I believe saved. Like because again, like I was getting stuff on sale, and then I wanted to see how much this game was gonna be priced at. to probably made my decision. And I assumed, a little too much actually, I assumed that we were going to get at least 3 characters, if not 2 characters in a transformation. But we got 2 characters and no story. So we're going to be doing a lot of waiting while it's happening. I swear to God, if we have to go to another Festival of Universes in the meantime when it happens. We do enough grinding in the game as it is. That means also been the question is also going to increase the max cap, but give me 2 seconds. Okay. Let's see here. Thursday will be 2 DLC packs. We still don't know the time patrol, so wait a minute. Hold on. This isn't going to be like that one thing, is it? You remember a while back, whereas there was DLC to play the first game story. Well, they better not do anything Xenoverse 1 related again. It's being announced as a pack, not as a free update. Well, it should have been a free update. Is there a reason why these guys are so greedy as to where they have to have 2 packs? Like, you know, here's the thing. If they were going to do 2 packs, they may as well have made a season pass for this. They should have just made like the new story season pack. Instead, it was just like, oh, we're going to wait an extensive amount of time for it. And overcharge you on one, which was, it was like, what, like $18 for the first one? Then it was 15. I'm assuming it's 10 right now. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Both in May 22nd. Well, then I guess that I'll be checking out what happens in May 22nd or May 23rd, depending on what happens. I already told you, like during the day, I'm busy. So I'll be likely streaming it in the afternoon. I say likely because, again, you never know what's going to happen. You never know if somebody's gonna up and make plans and everything. I gotta attend. So I'm trying to think though, what would be the time before support pack? I'm surprised they didn't do like a survivor pack where it's all the clothes from this game, putting it there as a free update. Because I already told you before, I am very sure people would actually like to have just regular clothes in their character. Not everybody wants to dress like Goku. Not everybody wants to have the Goku pants or the Piccolo shirt or Beerus' clothes the entire time, despite being able to afford literally anything else in the shop. And on top of that, with stuff like this, I guess, this particular shirt, the majority, because I don't know their mentality, of these clothes will not be censored in photo mode. And yes, I talk about that often because it still bothers me to this day where I'm trying to get decent pictures for characters and can't. Okay. There's another thing to check too. Give me a second. I'm not gonna leave or anything. I'm just need to check something on the phone. Okay. So I have checked what I needed to check, and now I gotta wait for 2 more people. And that's a duplicated comment. That was in the topic of reworked raiders. And me running certain bills that are not even plausible. So, I may or may not have asked already, because I don't think they advertised it. But do you think they're going to increase the max cap for this next update? Because I know that they have like certain free stuff, assuming that that's part of it. All I know is, let me see here. In Future Saga Chapter 3 for sure, up until 180, but now I don't know. Well, I guess we're gonna find out 2 days from now. You know what I think? It might not happen. But I'm assuming with them being level 189, I'm also assuming that this is because in the final chapter of these like upcoming DLCs, I'm assuming that the enemies themselves are going to have such a high level to the point where being level 199 or just slightly below it is essential to winning. If you're lower than that level, like 99 or 80, you're going to get screwed over. Because you're not nearly as powerful as you need to be to fight them. I mean, it could be possible, like running the right builds, but I feel like it would be a huge like advantage. Let me see something. Because for some reason my phone didn't update it, but the right side of my screen did, which is the only reason why I saw it. And just when you thought the timeline couldn't get any more chaotic, the Time Patrol support pack also drops May 22nd. So the Time Patrol support pack is going to do even more time rifts. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know what? What if they start doing what ifs like Sparking? Like you can create your own what if. Of course, certain text would have to be censored. Of course, you don't want a lot of I guess F-bombs in certain stories or whatnot. Or any, like, I guess, anything sexual or anything vulgar. Because I already said it before, it wasn't just a what ifs like that. What I was doing, I think I did this with a friend too, and it's very likely that I might continue doing so with the notes on my phone. I was doing like custom parallel quests or expert missions. And like I said, it's very likely that at the time I do decide to do that, I'll probably put it in probably like the Kirtler folder or something. I haven't done anything in that thing in a while. But in regards to that question with the time rifts, again, we will see. And speaking of the time rifts, or even like extra missions and stuff, I was hoping that you'll be able to fight more extra mission bosses. Because, as I said before, countless times, I want there to be more stuff in Crystal Raid. I actually wanted to see Darknix Mixer. I actually wanted to see, well, what else is there? Energy Jet and stuff. Because there's still a lot of stuff that people don't have. Either that, or you could also put in freaking like certain skills or certain clothes in the TP metal shop. I know a lot of people will want like, let's say like small charge and stuff. Now I doubt that's a possibility right now. But like I said before, only time will tell. And we were waiting on one person after 12 minutes. And again, I'm not nearly as optimistic about this DLC as I was the first one. The second one I thought was okay, I guess, to an extent. A little below average, if I'm going to be honest. And then this one just kind of took a back step to even that standard. Maybe they're saving all the big guns and all the stuff for the last chapter. That one might be more expensive again. They might have actually might add a lot of characters for that one. But if they're going the route that they're going right now, they'll probably only add 1 or 2 characters for the next DLC, because it was, like I said before, like a little earlier, I said it was 5 characters, then 3, then 2. So there might be 1 or something next. It might be like I said before. I said it was going to be someone like Ultra Villain, like Trunks, or Ultra Villain Few, or Ultra Villain. Who else is there? Couldn't be Cell. He gets behind whooped again. Like Baby or something. The Time Patrol Support Pack has to try to make up for the disappointment that is the Demo Pack. It has to. Look, here's the thing. It does have to. No should have to spend 7 months of waiting for the next DLC for Xenoverse for it to be as lackluster as this. Because there was no transformations announced. There was 2 characters that everybody already guessed that were going to be announced. The clothes in there are questionable. The only one people will actually care for in that particular thing will be Vegeta's battle suit, because people have wanted that for a long time now. Which, to me, even though I would say I appreciate them having the clothes in the game, I cannot appreciate that as DLC. Because like I said before, people wanted that battle suit for Vegeta in the game for a very long while now. It should not be locked behind a paywall. And then on top of that, after the event you do purchase it, then you have to grind for it, and it's never guaranteed you're going to get it. So I'm going to have to use certain Super Souls to get the clothes and the skills. I might have to use that one My Super Soul where you get a boost in Zenny XP and boost a chance. What was it, like a? It was like a boost chance, like an item or something like that. Were you ever in a Powerpuff Girls pre-made? LOL. No, I'm usually the one fighting pre-mades. And it's usually in that particular regard, you could say that I'm like Mojo Jojo, getting my freaking behind was so bad you see my brain exposed. Which, I'm not gonna lie, that's happened to me a couple times, Raider, where I just literally stand no chance against pre-made teams. And then sometimes I actually do find myself actually managing to beat them. It doesn't happen too often though, but it happens. I did get paired with a pre-made that had Powerpuff Girls avatars back in Season 1, but wasn't any of these characters. Well, I did not. I got like the farmersonly.com. I got a bunch of freaking poor puns and people who couldn't spell saying right still. Despite the fact that this game literally, as a matter of fact, if this one thing doesn't make sense, people will still find a way to spell it wrong. When not only is it right here, but you have the option. You literally have the option, unlike Xenoverse, to go over here and change your character's name. Imagine if you could actually change your character's name in Xenoverse. I'm not gonna lie, I actually would for some characters. It would also it would also save me from deleting certain characters as well, because I don't like having to regrind. I'm getting invited to a match. I would much rather just find this last person. I'm already close enough. I don't want to just leave and then all of a sudden not find a match. I did say I was going to play as the Raider at least once, regardless of the quality of the match. Although I already know what's going to happen. It's either going to be 1 to 2, and it happens all the time. It's either going to be like 3 C ranks and like the rest of being A ranks, and then everybody does a really terrible job. Or B, it's going to be me fighting a pre-made team. It's going to be like 2 pars, 1 person wearing like Gohan's outfit doing a taunt dance, who's hopping around like a moron. It's going to be like Rocky Field, or it's going to be like Dangerous Ground or something. And then, no matter how hard I would try, I would inevitably lose. So, it's either 1 of the 2 outcomes. Man, let's go to Japan a little while. Oh my god, look, you're talking because of the queue times. I know, look, here's the I don't know what it is. We're just trying to find 1 person. And again, as I said before, if this game just had it to where you could match it with anybody in any region, it'd be fine. They could have literally had it to where, I said this before though, I said that they literally could have had it to where you would choose to say, let's say, Survivor Raider, and then as soon as you do that, it says, would you like to search all regions the same region? And then you can find matches that way. Xenoverse does it, Fighters does it, some other games do it as well. Heck, freaking Dead or Alive does it, if I said it correctly. But yeah, it's like I feel like they should have had to where that, especially if they were gonna have it to where it was crossplay. And the reason why I said it is not only because it would be easier to find matches, but because sometimes you do try to find matches in this particular setting. You do try to find matches like this, but unfortunately, due to some people disliking people's playstyles, they'll have other people blocked, and it makes it harder to find people. As I already told you, I would say I have in this game 1 person blocked. I would have to try to check the list again, assuming it actually does manage to say it. But I remember no, scratch that. I don't have him blocked. I had it reported, but that was after me and the entire group pretty much came to the general like conclusion that the person needed to be reported after the way the person played. And it wasn't even like it was like a raider doing it. It was like a teammate making the match unplayable. They had it right when crossplay first got implemented. Found matches in 5 seconds then. And then I think the block system also had a bigger impact on the queues. Yeah, it's like, again, a lot of people not willing to face certain pre-mates so they can rank up during certain seasons. And again, me, I hate fighting pre-mates too, but I'm going to take what I can get because it's not every time I'm going to be able to find a match like that. So I pretty much take what I can, learn from whatever mistakes I might make and move on from it. You know what the worst part is? I'm thinking about this right now. Because now I'm thinking about the rework Raiders. Last time, when they said Golden Fuse was going to be a Raider, that trailer was like 20 seconds, 18 seconds, so it was something short. I get the feeling that when they do announce rework Cell or Boo, it's going to be the exact same thing. And again, me personally, I don't want to say rework them because it's not necessarily rework. Like all you gotta do is have it to where it's just like, what's that? Not. It's like take the existing Raider and just put the stuff on them rather than making an entirely new Raider, because all that Golden Frieza is literally blowing up an area faster, level 4. Having one new active skill, and his break strike is better than his previous one because it actually like it has that I believe it has that Goku Black knockback. How you felt about feeding when it got really bad for players when they get the Raider game faster? That was ridiculous too. And it was like feeding became much more apparent, I think, around seasons, like I would say seasons 3 through like 3 through 5. More so I think 3 and 4, because you know they try to find Ginyu and get killed. And again, this is around the time when rank wasn't a thing either, so. And again, me, regardless of how I felt about certain people, regardless of any sort of scenario, I never intentionally fed the Raider. I've had bad luck sometimes, where I would get killed quickly, but I would never intentionally go to a Raider and give them the meter necessary to have the upper hand on my teammates because I want to be Raider faster. And I've said it before, I said the way to avoid that is pretty much not getting eliminated too early on in the match, otherwise it wouldn't count for you. And the thing is, you can't even advise feeding the Raider now because of the event you do. You try to fight like a survivor team, it's likely there might be a pre-made. So you did all that feeding in all those other matches after about a good 30-40 minutes of waiting just to fight a pre-made and lose. You should have been requeued, LOL. I probably should put square. But like I said before, I was at 7 out of 8, and I was only going to get out of this thing if the number decreased. I wanted to increase. I wanted to be able to find a match. I spent how long waiting for a match now? I spent nearly half an hour just sitting here talking about the slip-ups of both Breakers and Xenoverse. And Breakers needs to keep it together because it's like, hold on, give me a second, just to be sure. Because this game is not going to have anybody playing it afterwards to keep going the way they're going. Maybe even sooner than later. You can actually kind of see it, I think, when you actually go to the... what do I call it? Like, when you type up Dragon Ball The Breakers and you try to filter it through live streams, I'm the only person in the world right now streaming this game, at least from what I'm seeing. It says Dragon Ball 7 in the normal results. So out of the 6 billion people that are walking around on God's green earth right now, I'm the only person who seems to be streaming this game right now. Like I said, if this game keeps going the route it's going, it's going to wind up being none streaming, let alone playing this game. I think when it takes as long, there's a player among them with a long block list. It is likely. It is insanely likely. Either that, or there's just a lot of people joining in groups. And I'm the only person who seems to be joining, like solo. Every so often now, you know, I'll join up with like Shu. Sometimes I'll join up with what's his name? Like War Celine. That's why I almost never block people in this game. Yeah, again, I don't block people in this game either. I will give it until that time elapsed hits 30 minutes. Then I'll press square. So 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Then I'll try to refine the match. But it's been 7 out of 8 for so long, it's insane. Like, no individual should have to wait this long to find one match in a game that could, for the survivor, be like a minute long. Let me check something. Okay. Just 10 seconds to go. Let's see here. Another cosplay outfit I had in mind for Alice is Sonya's Mortal Kombat 3 outfit. Alright. This is a pre-made team. That number shot up from 1 to 8. I'm sitting up. I already told you, like, no matter no matter what priority I am, no matter how things go, it's always a pre-made. And it's always a faraway map too. So we'll see. Oh, never mind, it's this map. There we go. There's that all Z rank, a bunch of nonsense. As if this surprises me any. Probably should have joined that guy's invite. But yeah, when I look at Sonya, of all the costumes that she had, I would say one of my favorites if I had to choose. I know people question this game as a whole, but I do like her outfit in Mortal Kombat 4. Something about that one I like the most out of all her outfits. Alright, how many pores are here? Never mind. Alright, I'm gonna try my best, but so like, it might not end well. Because again, look at the rankings. You got freaking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Z ranks. What's the actual point? I told you people were joining groups, and that's why I didn't find nobody when I was 7 and 8 for a while. They were literally waiting on me to show up.
Oh no!
There's somebody gonna be floating around the Nimbus too, I already know.
Someone save me!
Flying Nimbus!
There you are.
Here we go. Here's Nimbus already. That's such a surprise. Like I can just hear him telling me.
I shall take you out of your misery right now.
It's okay, so decent start. What are you aiming at? What the f... They found 3 power keys that fast? Beast power key too, huh?
There's no escaping me. So, there are still some of you remaining? How unfortunate.
And they found the power keys in 3 minutes. That's a surprise, right? Meanwhile, this guy's floating around the Nimbus with 0 skill. Look at these people in the Nimbus. It's like 2, if not 3 people I just saw floating around. No, they're definitely using the Dragon Balls this match for sure. And, yep, here we go. So now I gotta find the Dragon Balls on it. What the heck? Oh, maybe the civilians are gone.
I have a wondrous gift.
How on earth did that happen? Hey man, god damn. I forget it. I know that I lost this fight. What? Lags? What the heck was that? Oh, okay, okay. You know what? Here's the thing. I thought the pre-made. I'm fine with that. That's kind of expected. But that person just straight up went through that punch just now. Okay, that's the first I need to see today. I'll work on getting the rank up with the Raider, probably off stream or something. Again, I just need to win like 2 matches. That's not too difficult or anything. It's just the fact I had to fight this team, and now it's kind of annoying. Well, yeah, the guy. I say like every single time on the Raider, I fight Z-ranks, so that's pretty much what's gonna happen every single time. It's always an incredibly annoying match. Like, and on top of that, I think everybody had like a stun skill. And the thing is that I fought Baby a lot to know that my teammates do not harbor such active skills and tactics. They usually just kind of rush up. They usually rush them in the dumbest way possible and get killed. Okay, so with that, what else I gotta do? I can do all that later. Okay. Because I am gonna do something in like some other game. I do need to get some drawings done. And also, like I said earlier, I still need to get the Sheriff Factory video done for the bully match. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So, as usual, for those who watched, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Again, as Baby, I just gotta pretty much learn from that loss and move on. But the only thing I learned is the fact that King Kai in that particular match had plot armor.